Hello and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to teach you how to make this beautiful beaded bag. If you're new to my channel, please welcome. Subscribe and turn on post notification for any new video I'll be uploading, and also share my videos to your friends and loved ones. Thank you. So for the materials, I have here 8mm round bead in black color. This one is in black color, 8mm round bead. So I have here my 50-pound beaded line, is fishing line too, and my plier. So let's get started. Let's get into the video right away. Here I cut a fish line to the desired length that my arm can take. So we are going to start off putting with 4 beading. So I put 4 bead on the line, and I'm going to cross the other end into the 4th one and pull like this. So it's going to be 4 flower beading. We are going to continue. I put one bead on each line, each side of the line, and I'm going to cross it into this one. So I'm going to pick up 3 bead again. We are going to continue like that. This is how the weaving is going to go. I'm taking 3 bead and I'm putting 1 on each line, 1 on each side of the line, and I'm crossing both ends into the 3rd one like this. So now we made 3 boxes. 3 boxes. This is how it's looking like. That's how we are going to continue. So I take another 3 bead and 3 bead, and I'm going to put one on each end of the line, and I'm going to cross it with the 3rd bead. So this is what the pattern is going to be throughout the entire weave. It's just a repetition of a pattern. This is how it is. I made about 10 boxes right now, and we are going to continue 16 times. We make 16 boxes. So this is the 16 boxes that I've made, and I'm going to turn on this one right here. I'm going to turn to the side to continue my weaving. So on this line, I'm going to add 3 bead. So now my line turned to the side, I can continue my weaving. So on this line, I'm going to add another 3 bead. Bead. Okay, now I'm going to go through each bead on the side. This one, I'm going to put my line through it and add 2 bead. This line, I'm going to add 2 bead. I'm going to go through the next bead inside this one. And I'm going to add 2 bead. We are going to go through all the edge bead, 1, 1, 1, and add 2 until we finish the row. Next bead. Add 2 bead. make sure you are pulling your thread too tight. This is how we are going to continue until we complete the row. So now here I'm on the end. I'm going through the last bead over here. So I'm putting my line through the last bead, and I'll add 2 bead to this line. 2 bead. I'm going to cross it with the other line, and that will make my line turn to the side again so I can continue my weaving. So on this line, I'm adding 3 bead. So now I turn again, and I will continue. And I will continue. I'm going to continue the same way we did the second row. So I'm going through the next bead, and I will add 2 bead. This on this line. Now into the next bead, I'm going to add 2 bead. The same way we did for the second row, we are going to continue the same way. So this is 1, 2, 3. We did 3 rows. We are going to continue 5 rows. I'll do the rest off camera. We are going to continue 5 rows. So this is the 5 row that I've made. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 rows. So on this line, we are going to create a border. We are going to create a border around this rectangular shape, all around. So we are going to continue to weave. We are going to face up to continue to weave. On this line, I'm adding 3 bead. I'm going to use all black around the edges of the shape that we have created. So I'm going all round with all black bead. So we are going to go the same way we weave. I'm going through the next bead, and now add 2 bead. I'm going through the next bead again. Into the next bead, and now add 2 bead. This is how it's looking like so far. I'm going through the next bead, and I'll add 2 bead. The same way we weave, the same thing we are going to use over here too. We'll go through all the edge bead. If it's coming flat, don't worry. By the time you go around all the edges and the corners, everything is gonna come together. This is how it's looking like. Now I weave to coming to the end. I'm going to go through the next bead. So over here I'm at the end of the edge and I'm going to turn the corner. So I'm just going to do it the same way. I'll continue pulling my thread through the next bead and I'll be adding 2 beads. Then I'll continue the same way. I'm just adding 2 beads. I'm going to continue the same way. The next bead. And I'm adding 2 beads. So this is how it's looking like. Even if I come to the corners, I'm just going to go through the next bead and continue weaving. So I'm on another corner. I'm just going to pull my line through the next bead and continue the same way. Just like that. The next bead, and I'll add 2 beads. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification for any new video that I will upload. I'm just going round through the rectangular shape that we created, going through the edge bead and adding 2 beads. For this another corner, just continue the same way. Pull your line through the edge bead and continue the way you are weaving. So this is how it is. This is how it's looking like. This is the first row we create around the edges. Round. I'm going to complete that one and come back. So this is the last bead that I'm in. If you go round, you have something like this. So I'll go through the middle bead and the edge bead because we are going up. So all that I need is 1 bead to turn my line up so I can continue my weaving. So this line is now long, so I'm just going to weave the rest of the line into the bead. This is how it's looking like, and this is the first round. So you have something like this when you complete it. So you are going to build on it. This is a new line that I cut, and I'm going to pull it through this edge bead right here. I'm pulling my line through the edge bead and I'm going to continue my weaving. This edge bead. On this line, I'm going to add 3 beads. 3 beads. And into the next bead, this one. I'm adding 2 beads. So like this, 1 and 2. So from here, when we have continuation, I'm going to introduce a new color. This is a beautiful, beautiful bright color, mango color. This is mango color, very beautiful. That we are going to use to continue our weaving. I love to mix colors. It looks beautiful. So I'm going to go through the next bead and I'll add 2 beads with the mango color. If you want to use 1 bead, just continue. You don't have to add this what I'm adding new color. If you want to do 2, yes. So we are just going to continue the same weave. Continue with the mango color to the end. The same weave we are weaving into the next bead. I'm going to add 2 beads. Into the next bead, we are going to go 1 1 1 and add all the bead into this bead. We're going to stop there. So now that I'm in this bead, this one, the number of bead I'm going to pick is mango and black bead. So I put the mango first and black. Into the next bead, I'm going to pick 2 black bead because I want to create line, 1 row of the line on the side of the bag. So we have this here and this here the same. It has to be the same. We have to create that the same. For the side, I'm just going to continue with black. I want the side to be black, all sides to be black. So I'm just going to continue with the black bead on the side. And the middle part is going to be color mango. Now first bead on the corner, I'm going to start with black bead. This is how it's looking like. The side is going to be black. All here we are going to add the mango color. So I added 2 beads. Now from here, I'm going to continue with the mango color. Next bead. Two bead. Next bead until we come to the end. So here I'm going to this bead and I'm going to add one black and 1 mango. Into the next bead, I'm going to add 2 black. Then on the side, I'm just going to continue with all black on the side to complete. Now I'm coming up. I want to come up to continue to build on this shape. I'm going through the middle bead and the side bead. Then all I need is 1 bead. So my line can face up so I can continue my weaving like this. Three bead. So this is how we are going to go round and round, going through the next bead. the middle part I'm going to use the mango color on the middle part and the side black. This is all we are going to continue until we build on it 14 times. So it's going to be 14 rows we are going to build on it. We are going to continue the same way. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also turn on your notification for new videos. Thank you. For this we are going to continue all round black, mango, black, all round. Now that I'm in this line, I'm going to add one mango color and one black. We are going to continue this way. So this is how we are going to do to continue to weave until we build on it 14 times. I'm just going to continue to weave all around. So this side is going to take all black, and I'm going to the next bead on the side and now add 2 beads. Then I'll continue with my mango color again in the middle. So we are going to continue. This is how it's going to look if you build on it 14 times. So this is where my line ends. It's coming to the end. I go to the side mirror and the side bead. Then I need only 1 bead to complete that row. That's my final row that I made. With this line, I'm just going to whip it back into the bead. Just weaving it back into the bead to secure the line before I cut it. Okay, now that we have our 14, we are going to put shape on the side. So this is what we are going to do. I'm going to 1, 2, 3. I'm going to pull my line through those 3 beads over there in the middle. I'm going to whip my line into a bead. Like this, and pull. So from here I'm going to go down 1 bead, these 2 beads. I'm going down 1 bead. And I'm going to cross my line into a bead. I'm using mango bead for the side, so it can look pretty. Work with what you have. Whatever bead you have, just work around it. I'm going down again 1 bead because I want 3 beads to be on the side. So now that I put shape on both sides of the bag, I'm going to continue to make flap on it. So this 1, 2, we are going to leave behind and thread in the 3rd bead and start in the 3rd bead. So this bead that I'm putting the line through, and I add 3 beads, 2 black and 1 mango color. Over here too, we are going to build it the same way we weave, the same weave. So I'm going through the next bead, all the edge bead, I'm going to go through 1 by 1 and add 2 bead. So I add 2 bead. now into the next bead, this one, add 2 bead. Into the next bead. This is how we are going to continue to the end. 2 bead. So now I'm leaving 2 behind on this side to the black and the mango color one, and the last, that is the last bead I'm going to go through, and I'll add 2 black bead because I want to create a line with black on the edges. That's why I'm adding black bead. If you don't have any other color, just continue. So I'm going to start with the second row. Two black bead and 1 mango color. And we are going to go round. Let me turn it this way for you guys to see. Into the next bead. Two bead. I'm going to go through the next bead. I'm going to continue the same way. This is 1, 2, second row. We are going to build on it. So I'm going to weave this to the end. Okay, now I'm going to complete the second row. So I'm adding 2 bead at the end. I'm going to go through the black bead and now add 2 black bead. This is how it's looking like. So this is how we are going to build on. I'm starting the third row. 2 black and 1 mango color. So this is the third row that I've started. And we are going to continue the same way to complete second, third row. We are going to complete this row, do the 4th and 5th. So now that I have here, I complete my 5th row. So we are going to, from here, we are going to go down 1 bead. We are going to leave 1 bead behind and continue in the next bead. So I'm starting from this bead over here. Two black bead and 1 mango color. Into the next bead. I'm going to add 2 bead. Next bead, the same way we weave, we are going to continue the same way. I'm going through the next bead and now add 2 bead. Okay, now that I'm coming to the end, this is where I'm going to stop. I'm not going to go through the black bead. So over here, I'm going to add 2 black bead. I add 2 to complete the row. And now I have to start in the next bead. I'm going to leave this behind. Then I'll start in the next bead, this one. But because I have my thread long already, I'm going to work my way into the bead, into that bead. I don't want to cut a new bead, a new thread. So I'm going to work my way with my thread and come into the next bead. So I'm going through this bead. Going to go through that one, and this one. Then I can enter the bead. Now on the other line, I'm going to work my way again through the bead into that bead. So I'm going through the black first, the next bead, and I'm coming up, then into that bead right there. So this is how I got my line into the bead. I don't have to cut a new fresh line. I work my way into it. So now I'm going to start a new roll again with 2 black bead and 1 mango color. So next bead and add 2 bead. This is how we are going to go. We are going to go down 1 bead. We'll be leaving 1 bead behind and continue into the next one until we have our shape. So we continue to the end. This is where we are going to stop. And now I'm going through the last bead. And I'm going to add 2 black bead to complete the row. Just like that. So from here we are going to leave the black behind and continue in this one, and that is how we are going to continue until we complete the shape. I'm going to work my way through that bead into the next bead. Now I'm going to enter that bead. Then I'll continue my weave. I'm going to make the other line through. I'm going to work my way through the bead into the same bead. Just like that. Now we can continue our weaving like this. This is where my thread is into this bead. So we are going to continue. If you complete this is how it's going to look like. This is what you have if you complete the shape. We are just going to continue weaving from here. So my line is in the black bead. I'm going to add 2 black and 1 mango color. From here we are just going to create a little belt. I'm going to create a belt on the edge. I'm going through the next bead. And now add 2 beads. So next bead, into the black bead, I'm going to add 2 black beads. So my line can come up and I'll continue my weave. This is just a little belt we are going to create at the edge. So we are going to weave the same way long. So I'm just going to continue to make the belt at the edge. I'm just going to weave it. So from here, I'm going to work my way into the top bead. So I'm just working my way through the bead to come to the top. I'm going through this bead, the next bead, and I'll enter the top bead. I'm going to do the same way to the other one. Now my line is in the top bead. I'm going to add all these 3 beads on one line. This one we are going to end over here, and this is how the edge is going to look like. So I'm going to pull this line into the next bead, into this down bead right here. I'm going to pull my line through there to have the finished end. This is how it's looking like. So the rest of this line, I'm just going to weave it into the bead to make it secure and firm. Okay, from here we just have to make a little closure on it, a little belt to close that belt in it. But I'm going to show you how we are going to put the handle first. So this is the handle that I've made, and I made it 2 facing. It's a beautiful color combination. So I'm putting my line through this edge bead. You see, this have 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. It has 4 at the end, and the belt too, the handle to have 4 at the edge. So we are going to pull. I'm going to pull my line through the edge bead. So we are going to pick all those 4 and hook our handle on it. So I pull my line through this edge bead. I add one bead on the other line, and I put another bead on the other line. So I'm going to go first into this bead right here. So this bead is on this line. I go through the bead on the back, and I'm crossing my line into the second bead, just like that. Now I'm going to go pull my line through the second bead, this one. I'm going to pull my line through it, and the other line I'm going to pull through the one on top on the handle, this one. Then I'm going to cross my line into a bead. I'm going to go through the third bead on the bag. So I'm going to go through this yellow one, the mango bead. I'm going to go through it, and this one. And I'm going to cross my line into a bead. I'm not pulling the line tight or so that you guys can see. So you can see whatever I'm doing over here. So after completing, I'm going to pull tight and weave the rest of the line into the bead. So I'm going to the last bead on the handle, and I'm going to go through the last bead on the bag, this one right here. So now I'm pulling tight and weaving the rest of my line into the bead. That is how you join your handle onto the bag, or you can weave it with the bag. That is, so I'm going to do the other part. This is the first side we complete, and this is the second part I'm going to do. This is how it's looking like. Very beautiful. The design is very mind-blowing. This is a beautiful bag. Look at how it is. This is the side view, the flap on it. So we are going to make a little belt to cross that over there, so you can push your belt into it. So here I'm measuring the middle of the bag. You have to make sure the edge is in the middle. I'm pulling my line through this bead right here, and I'm going to make total of 6 counts of bead. 1, 2, I put 2 on each line, and I'm going to cross both line into another bead. So this is 2, 2 on each line, and I'm crossing both ends into another one, like this. And now I'm going to drop 4, 4. I'm going to drop 4 on each line, 4 on each on the other line, and I'm going to cross my line into another one. So this is a total of 10 counts. When you count, they're all 10 in the ring, 1 and 2 to loop it, and this is 10. So I'm going to make another 6. I'm going to drop 2, 2 on each line, 2, 2 on each line, and with this I'm going to pull my line. I'm going to cross my line into the bead on the bag. You have to make sure it's aligned. So I'm going to cross my line into this bead right here. I'm going to cross my line. So I'm crossing my line into this bead right here. And I'll pull tight, and for the rest of the line I'm just going to weave it back into the bead. Make sure you pull tight and make it firm. this is how it's looking like. If you have, looks so pretty. If you have any old charm that you are not using, you can put it on it to look like a store-bought, to look beautiful and pretty. There you have it, and this is the final product. Thank you for watching, and thank you for spending this time with me. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Thank you.